Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? So, long time no see, I know. I am going to get into that in a different video, but for today, for right now, welcome to the Movie Marquee Challenge. Um, a little past mid-month update for June. Um, I also will get into the reasons why I haven't updated in a different video. But I just wanted to share my progress with you. But first, if you are new, if you haven't caught the Movie Marquee series challenges yet, welcome to them. And let me, as briefly as I can, because I don't seem to be able to briefly do anything, explain what they are. So the Movie Marquee Challenge this is the third year that we've done it. It is a collaborative yearly challenge that I am doing with my friends Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts and Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks. Hello, ladies. We had pre-selected movies at the beginning of the year, put them in pots or some containers. Some of us have used cauldrons, some of us have used other objects, and randomly at our turn have picked them and shown you whatever movie has been randomly selected for the month. This month was Samantha's pick. Next month I think is mine. I think it's back to me. We'll decide that just before July. It is almost just before July, but I'll decide that right before July. Somebody will. I'm pretty sure it's me. I think last month was Bella. Oh my gosh, my brain. Anyway, and I apologize if you guys can hear the air conditioner. I do have my little mic thing on, so I hope you're focusing on me. But it is hot. It's hot, and I wanted to be out here with my little fur baby Maverick, who's resting after being a little bit mischievous over there. Now, of course, you're not at the same camera angle anymore, are you? Anyway, hi. Close enough, right? Forgive me. I apologize if you don't hear me as well, though. But like I said, the air conditioner's on. It's hot. I did turn my fan off that's on my desk, and I did turn off my thunderstorm ambiance music that I always have on while I'm working, because I'm weird. And I'm that girl that loves the thunderstorms, and I do always have it on otherwise. But I try to turn it off for you guys. Most of the time I succeed and I remember, but and like I said, I remembered my mic, so hopefully the main focus is me and not the air conditioner, but I'm hot. So it says my weather on my computer says it's only 64 out, but inside the house it is hot. It's got in my little corner of Michigan, I think it got up to like 90 some yesterday. I don't remember what it was today, but too hot for your girl. I'm happy in like the 60s. Yeah, not just the time frame, but I mean I'm happiest in the 80s, but that's a little too hot temperature wise for me. Anyway, horrible analogy there. So off topic. Anyway, so at about 4 minutes in, this was Samantha's pick, and we show you the movies poster that she's drawn or that we have drawn each month, and we are making projects. Each person is different. We're not like making the same project. We're also inviting you to join along to have fun with us. My Facebook group is linked down below. We're all kind of like, I'm obviously watching my own Facebook, but we're all watching my Facebook group to see if you guys happen to want to post and play along and, make things along with us just for funsies. A lot of people that are doing it are using it as a reason to match the colors up from the posters and make items for like charity and use those colors that they may not have thought of for items for charity, or just to use up items from their like collection. I don't like the word stash. You guys who've been around know that. I prefer to use the word collection. But stash, collection, whatever, you may be more comfortable calling it. Or just, use up scraps, things like that. I myself am using from my collection. I'm also making something for charity. I'm using, or I'm making pet blankets, dogs, cats, cat mats, dog blankets, such things like that, for a somewhat local to me. It's from in here, it's that direction. It's a no-kill shelter called the Noah Project, that you could easily find online. I'll try to remember to link it, but yeah, they're called the Noah Project, and they're pretty awesome. They accept handmade items. They're looking for blankets and everything like that, like all the time. They also have like Amazon wish lists and things like that. They have a website. They're really active. To, like, if you want to chat with them on Facebook and things like that too. So they're really nice people. They told me that I can pick my dogs, or I would assume cats also, since I've made a few cat mats and things here and there too. And I plan to make them throughout the year and then donate at the end of the year with all of my movie Marquee projects and any others that I may get done throughout the year. So without further ado, let me stumble my way through this video here. So Samantha's movie, 6.5 minutes in. Let me just show you the poster real quick. It was, oh my gosh, am I about to, Insidious? Insidious? Why do I always mess up these movies? I like them. It is Insidious, right? It's the Red Door. Is it the Insidious series? You guys are seeing the poster. I'm just being dumb. Yeah. Yes. Right? Insidious. With the guy from, why is my brain? We're not going to spend 6 more minutes of me doing this. With the guy from The Conjuring that I love. Why are we doing this, brain? You know what? I'm by my computer today. Yeah, I was right in the first place. It's Insidious. As I'm editing this, I'm going to be like, you're an idiot, Heather. But I don't edit much, and I don't edit well, so I already know me, and I'm not going to sit here and go, it's Insidious, and then chop out everything I just said that was stupid. All I'm going to do is add the poster where I pointed. You guys are all going to know that I stumbled over that and went stupid, so I might as well just admit it. Anyway, moving on with the show. So what I picked up from the poster was obviously the red. That's, I believe the actual one is the red door, or the red key, the red door. And so there is some red in it. But I went hard with the red. But there's also like a lot of like tones of like a tealy aqua, which kind of reminds me of almost like being trapped like under the ocean, undersea, kind of like terrifying death almost. But then there's like, your fair share of horror palette grays and blacks, and there's obviously a little bit of white going on too. So I of course don't have a full cake of it, but I did also go with the mandala harpy. Oh, you can kind of see a little hint of it there. The camera shows that there's the aqua-ish greenish color in harpy here, but to my eye, this is the gray. Because harpy, if you're not familiar, because I think this is a discontinued color, is a lot of grays. It's like light gray, darker gray, darker gray, darker gray. This to me in my house right now is a really dark gray, and then what's missing, because I've already used it, is like a greenish gray, an aqua tealish greenish gray. But in the camera, so there must be an in-between color still that I'm missing, because the camera's picking that up, right? Is it for you guys too? Or am I just, maybe at 3 a.m. I'm going a little crazy? I don't know. Maybe that is just gray. Monitors may vary. I don't know. But I promise you, whether it's here or not right now, what I've taken from the cake, if you're familiar with Harpy, is almost like a greenish gray. It's why I bought the cake, actually, because I thought it was really different and odd. And when I think Walmart had put them on clearance, there was Walmart or maybe the Meijer store that I have locally. If you're not familiar with Meijer's, it is kind of like a little bit of an upscale Walmart. I love it. I love it. I thought it was a little bit like odd, and I loved the color. They did make a sequins version of it. I can't remember the name, but it's the same exact color, just with with sequins sprinkled in. I did not get that. I don't think I bought any of the sequins, the mandala sequins, actually. Surprising for me. Sorry, I'm going to partake in. I have a brand new Diet Pepsi here. You probably heard that pretty loud. Sorry again. Couldn't resist. Sorry. It's probably kind of rude. I'm really sorry. Also really thirsty though. Did I mention it was hot? Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. Anyway, it has a green color in it too. It also has a white, but that was used out of it. So I used that. Now, I have a lot of explaining before I show you the actual project. It's a longer video than I meant to be because I went off on my little tangent there. A couple things. I mentioned that I went hard with the red, and as you have noticed, there is no red in that mandala. I have been making squares, and I know I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I haven't even showed you the project yet. But it all ties in, I promise. I've been making squares because, yes, I am making donation blankets and such for the pets, which is my important #1 goal part of the movie Marquee. But I am also, from the same yarn, making a commemorative type of blanket, like basically out of the leftovers or a small portion of the yarn, right? Well, also, if you're familiar with mandala, it's a 3-weight yarn. All of my squares so far have been made of 4-weight yarn. So I had to do a little thinking on that, right? Now where I went so hard with the red is I had to pair this mandala with something. So I found this Nako that I went real crazy for when Joann's put it on clearance. This wasn't, if you remember, this wasn't even something Joann's normally carried, and then suddenly they had this on clearance in a ton of colors, the solids of this, tons of colors of it. And I think I bought all of it. I have on my yarn wall in the living room, the one that David, you guys rarely see it because I never film in my living room, but David built me this like four shelf, because he does a lot of woodworking, 4-shelf wooden storage shelf that is just, it's solid, it's strong, it's the length of one wall of the living room, and it is chock full of yarn. This is on it, and I have like a small section of just this yarn because I love it, right? I love it. And I thought if I held it together, the two, because this is does it even say what size this is? Because I believe this is like Turkish or something. It says it's 100 grams, 240 meters, but it doesn't actually have, like, it doesn't say like it's a 3-weight, it's a 4-weight. No, well, wait, what's over here? Nope, it does not. I'm like trying to make sure I'm not a liar. That's it. Like, I mean, it does have some languages that I can't read. I mean, I I can't understand. And there is a number 3 in the box right there. Sorry for my short little nails. Like, this one didn't break off, but like all the rest of them have. See, there's a 3 right there. Is that backwards now to you guys? I've played with my camera so much now I don't know. But there's a 3, whether it's backwards or not, I don't know. So I don't know if it's, but it's roving, and it's a thin 3. If it's a 3, and this is a thin 3. So I thought for both the granny square that I make, if I hold that together, it should come, and I use the same with the granny squares. I've been using an H hook. Use the same H hook. Should come out to about the same size. Well, spoiler alert, that worked. Just I'm gonna say, but I will also hold that red with the mandala. Let the mandala do its color changing thing, and the red will obviously be its solid self throughout the whole blanket. And I thought that I had enough of it, the red, and I had 4 cakes of the mandala, that I could finally make a big project for a bigger dog. Like, I think I have one of the blankets in there that's a pretty good size. But then I was like, I will tackle this corner to corner moss stitch again, because last month, if you were around for that, you will know that I don't want to say it beat me, but it kind of did. I was unhappy with the squiggly side of it. I was unhappy with that, but it is what it is. I was unhappy. So I decided I'm doing it again, because for the pets, for the pups, for the cats, I wanted a tight stitch. I'm always like, every month is going to be a tight stitch. I'm using, even though I have double yarn going on, I'm still using this. It's a prim hook. It is, it's a size 7. It's a 7mm hook. Is that right? No, it's a size 7, not a 7mm. Right? Is that just hard to read? It's the one that's in between. I believe it's a size 7. Yeah, it's a 7, because a H is a 5mm, and it's an 8. This is a 7, but it's not a G. This is in between a G and an H. Does that make sense? It's a 7. I'm using that for the blanket, for the pet blanket. And I will just show you. Well, okay. And then I'll show you one more thing before I show you the blanket. When I made my squares, because I made those first just to ensure that I didn't run out of any yarn or anything, I had 3 of these, I thought, at the time. 3 of these. Well, 4. Sorry, 4 of these, because I had already been using one, right? I made 3 squares holding the red yarn with the mandala. And that's all. You basically used like half of this just to make 3 squares. I was like mortified. I did not even think that would happen. So then what I did was I realized that my wonderful yarn shelf was stacked too deep, like not as in too many, but like too deep. So I dug through the layers and I found more. So I used I got a new skein. I used that to make 3 more squares. My logic is probably flawed, but follow me along for a second. So that I had 2 of the half skeins. I am working on a diagonal again, remember, for this blanket. I was 1 full skein into the diagonal. I had half skein now. I made 3 more squares, so I had a second half skein. So I figured I would do the full skein, a half skein, then because I like rectangles, that would leave me with 2, well, it would leave me with 3 full skeins. So I would do 2 full skeins in rectangle size, where I'm decreasing one side and increasing one side, and then start the other corner, which is the half skein and the full skein. So it would use all my yarn. Does that make sense? It's a lot to explain, and it seems crazy, but in my mind, it makes sense. And it uses all my yarn, because that's like my goal, right? Is to at least use everything up. I may end up with some mandala left over because, oh my gosh, it's not really a complaint, but there's so much yardage in this mandala, right? There's so much. Compared to this, seemingly. This is the one I'm working on now. Because I've gone through 1 full and the corner, and then this is one of the, this floppy one is the I keep wanting to call it the increase. It's the non-increase part. And I just finished the first mandala cake, and from that cake I did 3 squares also. So this cake is 3 squares also. So like this much, I'll show you the blanket now, but this much mandala is in the blanket I'm about to show you. Okay. Here's what I've gotten so far. Sorry, that's my little end, because that's where I've stopped so far. I'm just afraid of getting tangled up with my mic. Hold on. Let's move it to the other side of my cord. See, if I'm in my yarn room, I didn't have to worry about that. But I'm hanging out with Maverick, so. See that? I went hard with the red, like I said. Ah, that rhymed. Sorry, I'm a dork. But here's all the different grays that I was talking about. Hopefully the green will show up on camera, because there's a right here. That is the extent of how much of the actual green was in this cake that I used up. And then there was quite a bit of white, as you can see, because as you'll see in a second here, there was also white in the squares. There it is. I started in the corner, obviously, and I had gotten to, and you'll see, I don't know how well look, it is already not straight. Again, it's not to the extent that the other one was. It's not that bad, but it isn't straight. This stitch is just not for me. I don't think I'll be doing it again. Like, it is definitely curved. It's just not for me. It had been much worse, and I had gotten all the way up to the white when I realized that where this stitch marker is, that's why I left it here, it was pretty bad. And I actually was so mad. I frogged it all the way down to here because I was like, no, it's not happening again. It's not. And then when I got back up to like right here or so, maybe I was here. No, I was here. Actually, I was here. I realized there was a slight curve again. And I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. And then just tonight, I realized it also curved here and it also curved here. And it's the slightest little bitty curve here too. And you know what? I'm so done. I'm so done trying to make it. Because honestly, like I said, I'm on the part, like you can see this side, I just got to the part where it's straightening out. Like this is the rectangle part as opposed to square. So like I have this one to put in and I have this one to put in before I start decreasing into my corner. And that's what these two are. And it's already it's the morning of the 24th. Now, the stitch goes quickly, especially when you make as many mistakes as I have apparently. I haven't been working on this a lot. For multiple reasons, which I will cover in another video. Like I just absolutely lost my Crojo. Absolutely. And while my Crojo was lost, I still powered through and made a couple of different items for various reasons. Well, like this included in that. Like I've been working this much on it, but like not the way I should have been, especially, you know, with this many skeins of yarn to get into it. So like over the next few days, I have got to get working on it or come to grips with the fact that either it's not going to be finished by the end of the month or it's going to have to be smaller than I want. None of which I want to do. So I got to get with it. That's what I got to do. But yeah, so that's where I'm at so far. I'm really, really happy with the colors of it. So let me show you the squares that I got done. I'm really happy with the squares. I like the way they turned out, and I went real hard with the red on those too, because like I said, I'm trying to use up all this red and get it out of my collection, right? So here's the green, like this. See, and on camera, I feel like it's coming out a little more like charcoaly, but this one is that like deep sea, turquoisey. Like, I don't know if you can tell the closer it gets or not, but this one is the tealish sea green color. I was very annoyed with this. That's where it decided to abruptly change into white. There's like the slightest change right there. It's really not. It's pretty abrupt. But like right there was the change. But there it is. So I got that one. I got this one, which is kind of like straight up candy cane. I know. But it is the colors. And then I got some varying shades of gray, so I just kind of kept going. But like, here's a gray. That same gray is kind of in the middle, but it went lighter here. And then it went even lighter here. So we have like 3 different shades of gray. And then here's that green again, because I plucked that out of the center of the other cake. Because I really wanted to make sure some of that got into the squares. And then around the outside is actually like a charcoal gray. So maybe that will show it off a little bit better. This is the color of that other square. That was my squares I got. And these squares are so soft. Like they're like silky soft. Which is funny because neither one of the yarns, I mean, if you've had mandala in your hand before, like it's a soft yarn, but it's not, I wouldn't call it silky. And like this the Snako yarn, it's soft, but I still wouldn't call it like when you pet it this way, like it's quite soft, but I still wouldn't call it like silky. But when you're like going like this with this, they're silky. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but I like them quite a bit. And size-wise, they're pretty accurately close. I don't think they're going to make my blanket like look weird or anything, so I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, I think I have kept you long enough. Wish me luck with this. This. I'm really happy with the way it looks. I like this marl holding the solid with the mandala. I just and I like the moss stitch, the linen stitch, whatever you may want to call it. I like it. I don't like it on the diagonal. It's not for me. I like the way it looks, but it's not meant for me, clearly. So I don't think I'll be doing it again. But yeah, let me know if you guys are doing anything, following along, playing along with us this month. And yeah, I will have a reveal video and let you know how far I got within like a week. So hope you guys are having a really good month since I haven't checked in with you. But I will talk to you soon. I think my little guy's out, or he would say good night too. Good morning, whatever it is for you guys right now. But until the next video, I will see you soon. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.